There's a certain voice that is never really, in a non-partisan way, in an eternal way, represented at that table, and that's an Indigenous voice. And it's time we evolved to include all Australians. And it's the more inclusive cultures are, the more vibrant they are. And I think it'll be a sad moment if we miss this opportunity. We don't want to look back.
It's all about the feels. She's an actor. So we've got to all, just kind of, feel it. Turn off our brains, disengage all rational, careful consideration, and just go for those warm fuzzies. Well, you might want to tell the 11 Indigenous members of our current National Parliament, Cate, that they don't have a voice. I'm sure they'd be very interested to know that. They actually got there on their own merits, and they don't need your patronising, condescending racism of low expectations.
Women only achieved suffrage 120 years ago, and at that time when that vote was happening, change felt terrible, and the debate was all about the society's going to collapse and we don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen if women get the vote? Now, can we imagine a world in Australia where women didn't have the right to vote, where their voices weren't heard? No, we can't. And so I'm hoping in another 120 years' time, we'll look back at this moment and say, can you believe we almost missed that opportunity?
Absolutely.
It's a great moment for this wonderful country.
And that is why you should never take political advice from actors. Cate Blanchett there, ladies and gentlemen, proving to us all why she's an actor and not a lawyer, and dropped out of her economics degree at Melbourne Uni after 1 year to go backpacking, darling. Where to begin with that logical mess of an argument? This is nothing like women's suffrage, Cate. Aboriginal people already have the right to vote. We're a democracy. The equivalent idea here, the equivalent analogy, would be setting up a women's voice to Parliament. Actually, to be worse, a left-wing women's voice to Parliament would be the more accurate analogy. Could you imagine that? I mean, please do. Please imagine it very, very clearly, folks, because that is what they're asking you to vote yes to. A special chamber with special access and rights of consideration and input over laws that affect everyone, not just them. It's all laws, because all laws affect Aboriginal people. If ever there was a clear case to vote no, Cate Blanchett just defined it perfectly. Give the woman an Oscar.